Over 100 grams of protein in one day on a plant-based diet with no protein powder? Child's play. Let me show you how I do it. If you're new here, hey, I'm Healthy Emmie. I'm a nutritionist, a weight loss specialist, and the creator of Slim. If you are looking for a customized meal plan and workout plan based on your goals, as well as direct access to me, an expert in this field, then sign up for Slim and let's get that started for you. Also getting daily meditations, daily journal topics, all from me, a community, a course, everything you could ever need. It's all in there, link in the description. I recently posted a video of a high protein what I eat in a day, and I got a lot more requests for more high protein what I eat in a day videos. Now in that video, I do go over my philosophy about being high protein or being low protein, and I don't subscribe to the idea that you have to be high protein or that you should be high protein or you should be low protein. I don't want to fall on either side of the spectrum of either being completely negligent of protein intake or being obsessed with protein intake. I don't think either of those are the healthy or correct way to do it. I think that we should have a healthy concern with making sure that we are getting protein, but not being obsessive about it and not being completely negligent of it. I also go over in that video how much protein we need. I go over so much in that video, really my philosophy about protein on a plant-based diet. So watch that after this one. At the end of this video, I will tag that video. So watch this one all the way through. And then the next one will answer all of the questions that you have. That being said, I did get requests for another high protein what I eat in a day video. Specifically, a lot of the people asking were those that are eating a lot of animal products to get in protein and they're not quite sure how to get in protein on a plant-based diet. And so I hope that this video can help you with that. Starting out with breakfast, let me show you how to make 3 ingredient protein pancakes. It's going to blow your mind, the fact that you can make these from just oats, silken tofu, and soy milk, or whatever kind of plant-based milk you want to have. I took between 6 and 7 ounces of silken tofu, which packs 16 to 18 grams of protein, and I blended that with 1 cup of oats. And then to help these pancakes rise, I did add in a teaspoon of baking powder, and then added in some soy milk. I added in about 1/4 of a cup, but it's going to vary based on your desired consistency of your pancake batter, how thick or thin you like your pancakes. So I would start out with just a splash and kind of add to desired consistency for your batter as far as how much plant-based milk to add. And we all know how to make pancakes. Throw some of those on the griddle, get a nice non-stick pan. I like the caraway pans, those are the ones that I use, and make yourself some pancakes. The last one that I made was in the shape of a heart. If you know me, you know I love my greens, I love my veggies, I love having green vegetables with my first meal of the day. It helps balance your blood sugar, it blunts the insulin response, it helps curb your cravings for the rest of the day. So I did have my pancakes, and then of course with it, I had my steamed zucchini and summer squash, my absolute favorite. Now a lot of people sleep on oats, but they do have a good amount of protein in them. For the fact that we think of them as a high carbohydrate food, a cup of oats has between 10 to 12 grams of protein. Not to mention, it packs fiber. It packs a specific type of fiber called beta-glucan, which helps keep you full. Paired with the fact that you're adding in tofu, which is a great source of protein and fat, these are gonna keep you nice and satisfied. So we are looking at around 30 grams of protein for this meal. Oh, and I forgot to add, I of course added bananas. I didn't even count this in the protein count, but I did add a little bit of peanut butter or almond butter on the top. I can't remember which one I did, with some bananas, and I had a little maple syrup with it because it's pancakes. Not that the banana or the maple syrup added any protein, but the little bit of almond butter does add a little bit of protein, but I didn't even count it, and we're still getting over 100, not to brag. Now, after having that breakfast meal, that is a great pre-workout, which leads perfectly into my next point, which was, what did I do for my workout? I am in a building muscle phase of my life and my health journey. I talked about how I've got my wedding coming up in 2026. We got a little time before the wedding, but how I really want to feel so strong and healthy and fit and start that chapter of my life on a very strong note. And so I'm in muscle building. So In my program within Slim, when you get into Slim, you get to customize. Are you in weight loss? Are you in weight maintenance? Are you looking to build new muscle, get stronger? So I have customized within Slim that my goal is to get stronger, build muscle, and for that I did a workout in Slim that is aligned with those goals, because different types of exercises are going to promote different types of results, whether your goal is to lose weight, whether your goal is to maintain weight, whether your goal is to put on muscle. So it's important that your exercise and your nutrition do support your goals. Not everybody is gonna be eating the same thing and exercising the same way, because we all have unique goals, age, weight, how much weight we wanna lose, do you wanna put on weight? So a lot of things to consider here. It's best to have something that is customized and individualized to you. So I did my workout plan in Slim that is customized to me and my goals. So let me show you today's workout here. I'm going to open up Slim, and of course I could learn, I could meditate, I could ask some questions, I could journal. There's so many things I could do, but I am going to do my workout program. So I will click here on my workout program. I'm currently on week 3, day 3, so I will open this up. And what is so great about all of the workouts that I'm going to do is that I make sure I'm going to do them without injury. So this is a nice and controlled movement. You're not going to go super high weight. That is one of the mistakes, is to go super high weight. We want to go in a very controlled manner, slightly bending the elbows. What we don't want to do is clank together the dumbbells at the top. We don't want to be clanking them and hitting them together. We also don't want to do this with completely straight, hyperextended arms. That's going to injure your shoulders. So as you can see here, I talk through the workout to make sure that I'm not going to make any mistakes, I'm not going to injure myself, I'm not going to slow my progress, and then I'm able to keep track of my reps, my weight, any notes, and then complete the exercise. And I will just follow along with all of my exercises for today. And I also make sure to take my B12, which is behind me. This is a plant-based protein video, and I do eat a plant-based diet. And if you are eating plant-based diet, please make sure that you supplement with vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 is found in animal products, but it's not found in plant-based products, because vitamin B12 is going to be found in the soil and in the streams, and due to modern sanitization, we are not going to get B12 naturally. The reason why animal products have it is because the animals eat the soil, they drink from the streams, so they're eating the bacteria, they're eating the B12, and that's why they have it. It's not that a plant-based diet is deficient, it is that modern sanitization is going to prevent us from getting B12. So make sure you have a high quality B12. This is the highest quality one that you're going to find. No GMOs, no oil, no gross stuff, no sugar, no unnecessary fillers or additives, just one active ingredient, B12. It's linked. Then after the workout, supporting that workout and muscle growth through the post-workout bowl from the Healthy Bowls cookbook. So the post-workout bowl is a combination of quinoa. Quinoa is a complete protein. So protein is made up of amino acids, and there are 9 essential amino acids. Essential means that we have to get it from food because our body isn't going to make it itself. Within plant-based foods, some plant-based foods have some of the amino acids, but not all of them. And others, when you pair them together, rice and beans, for example, you can get a complete protein. But then there are foods that in and of themselves are complete proteins. Quinoa is an example of that. So if you want to make sure that you're covered with all the amino acids within the protein umbrella, quinoa is a great add. So the quinoa, just in and of itself, is going to pack in about 12 grams of protein. Then adding in tofu, which is going to add in about 10 more grams of protein. Now adding in some edamame, just 1/4 of a cup of edamame has 8 grams of protein. Just a tiny little 1/4 of a cup. Also adding in a handful of kale or spinach, whatever your desire is. Again, 1 to 2 grams of protein here. Then we are adding in cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and mushrooms. All of these are higher protein vegetables. I'm eating such a small amount that we're not getting too much protein from them, maybe 1 gram of protein each, but they do have protein in them. The dressing for the post-workout bowl, you're gonna have to get it from the book. The whole batch of the dressing is about 20 grams of protein, which you can add in, sprinkle it throughout your week. So for this whole meal, we're looking at about 36, 37 grams of protein. And what's great about this, why it is such a supportive post-workout meal, is because it has the protein, yes, but also it has an abundance of vegetables, which are going to help with reducing inflammation. Exercise is a good stress on the body. It causes a little bit of good inflammation, but we don't want that to be prolonged inflammation. We want the exercise to do its job of putting some stress on the body, but we don't want that to be chronic stress. So to help promote the repair of our muscles through reducing inflammation and allowing us to be able to work out the next day because we're not so sore from the day before. So leaning on those cruciferous vegetables, those leafy green vegetables, the kale, the Brussels sprouts, is going to be helpful in supporting our muscle recovery. Then for dinner, from the healthy packed lunches, and this is what's so great about all the cookbooks and just my philosophy in general is that, oop, my hair's sticking out here. Any type of food can be eaten at any time of day. You could have chili for breakfast. You could have oatmeal for dinner if you wanted to. Who's stopping you? So I'm taking something from the healthy packed lunches and I'm having it for my dinner meal. So the maple tempeh chickpea bowl is delicioso. It is a sheet pan meal. I love sheet pan meals. You put everything on the pan, you throw it in the oven. The house smells good. It's the best. And you just kind of feel like you got your stuff together. If you're making a sheet pan meal, like you did your skincare that morning. You're journaling at night. That's I got my life together move. So I am taking a mix of maple syrup and liquid aminos, and I am brushing that on some tempeh and some chickpeas on Silpat. And then I am adding on some Brussels sprouts and oh, it's honey nut squash season. I love honey nut squash. So I roasted up some honey nut squash. It's only here in the month of September and then it leaves, but it's so sweet when it is here. And then I'm steaming up some kale and some mushrooms as well as some red onion. And this is a peanut butter based dressing. So the dressing, just that tiny little serving of dressing, it's under 2 tablespoons and it is 4 grams of protein. Just 1 tablespoon of peanut butter is 4 grams of protein. So again, you're gonna have to get the dressing recipe from the cookbook, but it is to die for and adds in a good amount of protein for us. So we are looking at almost 40 grams of protein, about 38 grams of protein for this final meal. So I roasted those at 425 for about 20 minutes. You do want to check it and you do want to flip and shake around the chickpeas after about 10 minutes, but I really usually don't touch it. You know, I put it in there for 10 minutes, take it out, move the chickpeas around a little bit so that they don't burn, put it in for another 10 minutes, and then it's good to go. The breakdown protein-wise, I wrote it down. 11 grams of protein from the tempeh, 5 grams of protein from the chickpeas, 12 grams of protein from the quinoa, and then from the Brussels sprouts, squash, kale, mushrooms, and red onion, we have 7 grams of protein. Look at those veggies pulling their weight. And then the dressing, 4 grams. So your protein needs are taken care of. Are your emotional needs taken care of? Are your mental needs taken care of? We always end the day in Slim with a journaling session. Let me show you what today's journaling session was, and if it resonates with you, get into Slim and you can journal with me every single day. We do a new journal prompt every day together. Today's journal topic is, how do you balance caring for others with caring for yourself? What boundaries do you need to set to ensure that you're not neglecting your own needs? Let's get started. The next video that pops up on the screen is going to be my other high protein what I eat in a day video where I answer many questions about protein, so make sure you watch that one. And if you made it to this point of the video, I want you to comment protein princess. Whether you're male, female, non-binary, you're a protein princess. I love you, honeys, and I'll see you in my next video. Mwah.